Hey everyone, welcome to Booster Tutor. I'm Brandon, and we're continuing our top 10 commons and uncommons for Amonkhet pre-release, or just sealed in general. We're on to my least favorite color, blue. So let's get started, see how it does. Number 10, Essence Scatter. 1 in blue for an instant counter target creature spell. Easy, simple. Unlimited, especially in sealed, hard counters are really good, and the cheaper the better. So 2 mana to just counter their bomb at the end of the game or something early in the game. Just so great. Usually there's like a cancel or something, and in limited or in draft, don't really want those. Sealed, since it's a hard counter, you'll want it. Essence Scatter, it's perfect. I mean, that's why it's number 10. It's not amazing, but in sealed, it's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to number 9. Vizier of Tumbling Sands. 2 in a blue for a human cleric. It's a 1/3. It has tap, untap another target permanent. It has cycling for 1 in a blue, and when you cycle it, untap target permanent. Alright, so 3 mana for a 1/3, it's not great. It blocks well, but the tap ability, it's interesting. That's why it's number 9, just because it's more interesting than anything. So tap it to untap a permanent that includes lands, exerted creatures, maybe you just want to use something to block that you just attacked with. So there's a little bit of shenanigans you can go going on. I don't know if it's a great shenanigans, since blue doesn't have, I don't know if it has any exert, but, you know, maybe you have a blue-red deck, blue-white deck, something like that. So, thought, you know, bump up a little bit at 9, above a counterspell, because I don't like counterspells. But, maybe you could try it out, see if it's any good. Number 9, Vizier of Tumbling Sands. Number 8, Hieroglyphic Illumination. 3 in a blue, for an instant, draw 2 cards, cycle 1 blue. Alright, there you go. 4 mana to draw 2 cards at instant speed. That's not bad. Especially in sealed. Late game, you're going to get this. In a turn, draw 2 cards. That's great. Early game, 1 blue, draw a card. I'll take that. Maybe it's not that efficient. 4 mana to draw 2 cards, but in sealed, things go slow, and your hand gets empty. This is a great card. Number 8, Hieroglyphic Illumination. The mouthful. And number 7, Floodwaters. 4 blue for a sorcery. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. Cycling 2. Oh, love this effect. Love the just like bounce 2 creatures. 6 mana, kind of expensive, but late game, if the board is stalled, or maybe you just like, you know, they have a bomb creatures, you just get rid of those. It's basically a kill spell for 2 of them. Just always just a good tempo. Like if you have flyers and they have flyers to block, bump those, attack with them, maybe win the game. And if you don't have 6 mana, you're kind of low, 2 mana to cycle it, draw a card, that's great. I mean, you'll always want to run at least one of these in your blue deck. Love this effect. Number 7, Floodwaters. Number 6, Cartouche of Knowledge. 1 in a blue for an enchantment or a cartouche. Enchant creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. Oh man, like this in a blue-green deck with like a big creature, put it on that. Now it's +1/+1 has flying, so you have maybe like you had a 5/5 that's just a vanilla 5/5. That's a 6 with flying, and you got to draw a card. So good, just makes all your creatures better. Makes them just, if the board is stalled, makes them go over that. Really like this card. It's my number 6, Cartouche of Knowledge. And number 5, Shimmerscale Drake. 4 in a blue for a 3/4 Drake, has flying and cycling 2. Okay, so 5 mana for a 3/4 flyer. I'll play that any day. It's simple, easy. The fact that it's cycling for 2, so late game, got a 3/4 flyer. Great. Early game, you're not getting the mana you want. You're not going to get this anytime soon, so you just pitch your graveyard for 2, draw a card. Cycling just makes everything so much better, especially, you know, simple creatures like this. So, number 5, Shimmerscale Drake. Number 4, Trial of Knowledge. 3 in a blue for an enchantment. When Trial of Knowledge enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard a card. When a cartouche enters the battlefield under your control, return it to its owner's hand. The trial it is. Okay, 4 mana, draw 3 cards. Love that. Discard 1 card. I mean, you can discard a bomb card, discard a land, whatever. Doesn't matter. You're going to have something you want to discard. And the fact you get to reuse this, 4 mana is a little bit like expensive, but in sealed, who cares? You're drawing 3 cards. That's amazing. That's why number 4, Trial of Knowledge. Number 3, Avennishat. 3 in a blue for a 3/2 Bird Warrior with flying and embalm. 6 in a blue. All right, so this one's a little different. 4 mana for a 3/2 flyer. Yeah, sure, I'll play that. but then the Embalm is more. So it's like, okay, I get to play this earlier in the game, and then late in the game, I get a 3/2 flyer. Yeah, play that too. Basically, just why not have a... Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, really like this card. Play it early game, it dies. Late game, you get it back. Simple and easy. Love it. That's why it's number 3, Avennishat. And number 2, this card easily could have been number 1, but number 2, Angler Drake. 4 blue for a creature Drake. It's a 4/4. Flying. When it enters the battlefield, it may return target creature to its owner's hand. Oh, what? Oh, okay, so 6 mana for a 4 flyer. I'll play that. The fact then you get to bounce one of their creatures, that could be just like a blowout. Like, they have a Embalm creature, that's gone. Any token, that's gone. They have their bomb they just played, and hopefully it's an ETB, but then you can just swing it. Oh, it's just so good. I love this card so much. But it is only number 2 because number 1, the sealed it's just so good. And number 1 is Lay Claim. 5 blue for enchantment or enchant permanent. You control enchanted permanent, cycling 2. Alright, so 7 mana, that's a lot. And sealed, that's fine. I mean, late game, you're going to take their best creature, and now it's yours, and you just get to destroy them with their own thing. So annoying, but so good. And it has cycling 2, so early game, you're just behind, need some land, need something. The thing's not going to come down anytime soon, cycle it. I mean, that's why it's there. Cycle it. I know you're going to be like, no, I need to keep this. No, don't. Just cycle it if you need to. But it's just so good. Oh, man. Only in sealed, though. Draft, not so much. 7's a lot in draft, but sealed. And since Amonkhet seems kind of slowish, it's going to be so good. So, number 1, Lay Claim. Blue, it's very blue. I actually really like it because it's so many flyers, especially that Angler Drake. Oh, I want to play that card so bad. So, I could see myself playing blue. Wouldn't do anything fancy. I just play blue-white flyers probably. But hey, I love that deck anyway. So there we go. If you want to follow me on Twitter, booster_tutor, and see you next draft.